We are here at the BMC Exchange Paris 2016, and we have the privilege to have Paul Cant, who is VP Sales for EMEA. So I recall that the EMEA is Europe, Middle East, and Africa. I mean, the American has a notion of geography, well, a little bit strange, but EMEA, we know what that means. Well, let's first of all, because you're responsible for EMEA, you have that position for about 6 months, but you've been in the company for 9 years. What's your vision for the European, let's say European or EMEA market compared to the other market, especially the US market?
Yeah, certainly. So I suppose a good place to start is why I took the position and the role, because I see a significant amount of opportunity to transform EMEA by working on a few core principles as an organization as we go to market. And those core principles really fall into 3 areas. So firstly, to help my organization really focus around value and creating value for our customers, and in turn creating value for BMC. So we're doing a lot of work, a lot of initiatives around ensuring we engage with our customers on a value first basis rather than a product basis. Secondly, we're doing a lot of work around collaboration. So what do I mean by that? I mean the BMC, how we collaborate internally within our different countries and our different markets, as well as our collaboration of our partners and collaboration with our customers. We're seeing a lot more pull from our customers to say we want you to collaborate better across geographies and also with the ecosystem and the partner base. So I'm driving a very clear collaboration agenda, which is getting a lot of good traction from the customer base. And finally, really defining success for both BMC, for our partners and for our customers, because we all want to be successful, and I think it's important to have that as a key driver for the transformation within Europe. So those are really the 3 pillars of the transformation that I'm driving, started to drive over the last 6 months.
Okay, so this is where you are now, and with that portfolio of application and all the products and services you have, what kind of opportunities do you see for that EMEA market today?
So we have a very clear view of the opportunity, and it falls into a number of areas, but we have about 5,000 customers
in EMEA.
In EMEA. So it's a very large.
Mostly large.
Well, the 5,000 is across a broad spectrum of size of companies, and it's important to have a go-to-market engagement with all of our customers, not just the top customers, but the engagement's slightly different. So certainly there's a massive amount of opportunity in creating value in the larger customer base across certain verticals. So our biggest verticals include finance, telecommunications, and retail and healthcare, and also I'd add public sector, which is very specific to Europe. So and then finally managed service providers. So we're very focused in the large markets, in those large customers, in those large verticals. And part of the opportunity for us is to make sure that we move to a boardroom discussion with them around their digital transformation challenges. Okay, whereas before, historically, BMC has been in the traditional data center type business. We're very much now moving into the support our customers within the digital transformation. That's one area. The other area is that we engage with our larger customer base by developing our ecosystem. So we're doing a lot of work in supporting the ecosystem where they can get the breadth of scale, because I have around 150 partners in EMEA who I want to make sure that they're developed and they understand our portfolio. So they're really the 2 opportunity dynamics that we're driving at the moment.
And these 150 partners, are they the big names we know, or are they small,
good question,
vertical, and other they are all kind of companies?
Yeah, it's a good question. We're actually redefining the ecosystem partner map for Europe, but we do have a wide spectrum of partners. Some of the key strategic systems integrators, Capgemini being one of them, but also Atos and Accenture. And,
so big names.
Big names. But then we also have the smaller, more country-specific partners as well. But to maximize the opportunity for our customer base to deliver value from our solutions, we have to work on improving the capability in both the large names and the smaller names as well. So I spent a lot of time on that actually.
Okay, this morning at the keynote, you mentioned you have like the 3 pillars of your development today. That's elastic infrastructure, digital workplace, and innovation. Could you elaborate a little bit on that?
Yeah, I think that, I mean, all of the research and the data that we've done would put our customers' opportunity in those 3 areas. And we, the way I think about it is that certainly in the elastic infrastructure space, we have a lot of installed base there. So we have a lot of opportunity to help our existing customers within that whole infrastructure space with our portfolio. And that's traditionally where we've played. And we've seen a movement towards working with our solutions around providing applications like digital workplace applications to ensure that we help deliver the services to the end users within our customer base in a much more agile, digital, smart fashion. So we're really working from left to right in support of our customers, and then in freeing up time and cost and resources within the elastic infrastructure space, we're able to provide people to move resources into the innovation space so they can divert resources away from traditional management of infrastructure by automating that infrastructure into the innovation of applications and things like that. So, you know, they all tie together very well within our portfolio.
Well, this morning I discovered a new term. I used to know we talk a lot about DevOps, but this morning I heard the name SiC Ups,
yes,
which is the way like all the security people and all the operational people are working together to deal with the problem, which is like between the vulnerability and the time it's patched. Yeah. There is like 193 days, so that's a lot of time. Yeah. So you're working on that as well.
Yeah, this is an area that we've seen. We have a very clear mandate from our customers to help us in this area. So they're pulling us into this area because traditionally those organizations were very separate. And there's lots
of... Like in the DevOps role, they were very separate.
Yeah, and there's a very close link between the DevOps and the SecOps. So there's rapid value that we can produce, especially when the security agenda is so high on the board, the CIO's list and the CEO's list of initiatives. We, working with the vulnerability scanning tools, very closely integrated with our remediation tools and our provisioning tools and our compliance tools, we can get a very quick solution to known vulnerabilities. And you may know, but over 70% of security breaches are from known vulnerabilities. It's the fact that there's a legacy time required to fix those that we're solving. So it's a very real world problem that is producing significant value for our customers, especially within finance, where it's very high on the agenda, and telco.
Okay, so we'll have to think for the next term when all these 3 people will converge. So we'll have to think about SEC DevOps. That's going to be SEC DevOps. Maybe a last question: how do you compare, because you're responsible for EMEA? How do you compare EMEA in terms of maturity with the US market? Because the idea that we have usually that the European market is a little behind that US market. How do you think about it?
No, I mean, and I'll give you my view is very, very strong on that. I mean, it's a more complicated market because of obviously we have lots of countries here and lots of languages and borders to contend with, and initiatives that are European specific. But I think that BMC in Europe is we grew 30% last year, so we're in a very, very good position to capitalize on that maturity and that growth. So I think we're I don't want to say that we're better, but we're very much on a par with our American counterparts. So we're not certainly behind the curve in any way.
So I think we're going to stay with that very positive note. Paul Cant, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Pleasure.